Tonight, you're watching Reality Check. Mamata Banerjee's comment saying there is no UPA, the Congress-centered anti-BJP coalition, has sparked a fierce political war of words, further stoked by comments by political strategist Prashant Kishore, who's currently driving Mamata Banerjee's aggressive national expansion. Kishore today tweeting saying the Congress has lost more than 90% of its election in 10 years. Now, while there is little doubt that the Congress is unraveling, how realistic is the idea of a Congress-mukt opposition as is being implied by Mamata Banerjee? Now, it's true that the Congress's seats in the Lok Sabha have been collapsing. It fell from 114 in 1999 to 52 in 2019. Its vote share also across these past 5 Lok Sabha elections has fallen significantly from close to 30% in 1999 to just 20% in these elections. Also, crucially, the Congress is, as the opposition alleges, a much weaker opponent to the BJP compared to other opposition parties. There are at least 190 seats where it's a straight fight between the Congress and the BJP, a fight that the Congress loses to devastating effect. Look at those numbers. Out of these close to 190 seats, head-to-head contest, the Congress wins only 15, the BJP 175. This is in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Compare the BJP strike rate against the Congress to other parties versus the Congress, the BJP strike rate is almost 90+%, while its strike rate versus the rest is 70%. But the problem is that because of this reason, it's unlikely that other parties can afford to not have the Congress as part of the opposition. It's unlikely to replace the Congress in those 190 seats anytime soon. These are the states where the BJP and the Congress are in direct contest. The top 5 states, states like Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Karnataka and so on, where largely it is the Congress and the BJP. There's no presence yet of the TMC or the Aam Aadmi Party in any of these states significant enough to make a difference. And for all the big talk, these parties still remain regional parties. Overall, the Congress remains the second largest party in India after the BJP, way ahead of the other regional and smaller parties if you look at vote share. Look at the vote share. The BJP is close to 40%, the Congress number 2, 20%, and then you have a host of other parties which are all under 5%, going down all the way, Aam Aadmi Party less than 1%. Now, this is of course also a function of the Congress fighting more seats than any of these other parties, but the fact remains that as of now, the opposition, if they hope to take on the BJP, needs the Congress to do better, not worse. Let's go to panel. We have with us Pawan Khera, spokesperson of the Congress, is with us. KC Tyagi, senior leader of the JDU, is with us. Sanjay Kumar, cephalogist and professor CSDS. But let me start with Sushmita Deb, Rajya Sabha MP and spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, someone who herself was in the Congress till recently. Sushmita Deb, we will try to come back to you in just a second. If you can hear me clearly now, Sushmita Deb?
Yeah, no, I can.
Okay. Explain this idea that this targeting of the Congress to say, where is the UPA, what is the UPA, Prashant Kishore saying Congress is a disaster. Unless the Congress actually does better, how are you going to take on the BJP? Like we said, they're close to 200 seats, where it's only the Congress and the BJP that fight.
See, there's no denying that there are 150 odd seats in which Congress and BJP are in direct contest. Yeah,
more like
that's the reality.
Yeah.
Okay, 190, 200. Let's take it at 210. Doesn't matter. But the fact is that shouldn't become the problem vis-a-vis how do we defeat Mr. Modi. You see, the question is, we don't deny the fact that Congress is the second largest vote share in this country. Yeah. It absolutely cannot be denied. But is that becoming the problem why we are not being able to defeat the BJP? And the other problem is, you see, the regional satraps of Congress do quite well. Ashok Gehlot, Kamal Nath, Sachin Pilot, Captain Amrinder a while back. But when it comes to general elections, it
Yes.
seems that the Congress does not, their strike rate suddenly falls. And
No, but is
that's
that-
where the problem is.
No, but so isn't there an argument then to say that, listen, we work with the Congress, we will strengthen you in those 100 and 200 seats and help you perform better, not constantly attack you, run you down, take your leader. I mean, it seems to be the strategy seems to be the other way around. The whole effort should be to strengthen the weak guy in the team, not go on attacking and running him down. No?
I mean, you use the word weak guy, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is that please understand, what did Mamata Banerjee said? She said, what is the UPA? Where is it? UPA was something that was that came into existence after the 2004 election, post-poll, to form the government for the purposes of governance.
Yes.
It was not a pre-poll. It was not a pre-poll alliance. And today, the people who brought it together, stitched it together to tie up against the BJP, they are not ruling the country. It's a different regime.
Okay.
So in that sense, the UPA doesn't make sense anymore. But to defeat Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is the common goal,
Yeah.
and we consistently say it, I think there has to be a different formula and a different strategy for that.
I'm
That's
not sure.
what Mamata Banerjee said.
Okay, I still don't know what that strategy is, other than everyone pull up their socks wherever they
I'll
fight.
come to that. I'll
come back to you. Let me go to Pawan Khera, because Pawan Khera, you've been saying, I've been seeing you and the Congress has been saying that this is kind of coming from a very strange place. Like you're almost suggesting there's some kind of conspiracy here where it's Prashant Kishore is attacking you because he's disgruntled, his deal with the Congress didn't work out, and that Mamata Banerjee met the Prime Minister, there's maybe some deal that happened, that's why they're attacking you. Is that a way of deflecting responsibility of the Congress's own poor performance?
No. Vasu,
Yes.
we are not in any kind of a conflict with Mamataji. She's a seasoned leader. She was from our party. We have no problem with her. As far as the gentleman you named is concerned, well, he's a businessman. Why would we have a problem with a businessman? He's out there to make some money. Let him do it. He made money out of money. Narendra Modi.
You were
Nitish
almost
Kumar.
signing him on, but you almost had him on.
No. I'm just saying he's fair enough. So it didn't work out. So how can a businessman decide the political agenda of not just Mamataji's party, which is not a very old party, but of a 135-year-old party or of any other party sitting here? Our senior most person is here, Tyagiji. So that dream merchant goes to then convince Nitish Kumarji that I'll make you the Prime Minister. Poor Nitish Kumarji spends some crores. Then he goes to Jagan, I'll make you the Prime Minister. Arvind Kejriwal, I'll make you the Prime Minister. No, it's Mamataji. So if somebody wants to spend money, I mean, I would feel bad for Mamataji wasting money on a businessman.
Pawan,
Fair enough, let him do that.
what if it
Why
had
would I
worked out?
comment on a
No.
businessman?
What if Prashant Kishore's arrangement with the Congress would have worked out? Then
No,
he would have
we
been
hired
saying the
several
same thing to
people.
Rahul Gandhi, I'll make you Prime Minister.
Vasu, we hire several agencies. Some of them are campaign agencies, some are ad agencies, some are good with hoardings, some are good with slogans. Fair enough, all parties do that, some make videos. You don't allow those video makers to set your agenda, your political ideological agenda.
Okay, but
No,
coming,
you can't
Pawan,
expect this from the Congress. I'm sorry, I won't get drawn into a conflict or a discussion with Prashant Kishore.
No, of course. But let me ask you the substantive question. The substantive question is that if you leave the rhetoric aside, the fact is that everything boils down to these 190 seats where it's a straight Congress-BJP fight, where, as I said, the Congress across two elections now does abysmally, just a 10% strike rate. With that strike rate, if you go into the next elections with the same strike rate, the BJP is most likely going to come back to power. Just from the sheer,
Vasu.
just from sheer numbers.
Vasu.
Now, where
Let's
is the
go by sheer
evidence that the
numbers.
Congress is
The
changed?
number crunchers are sitting here. Sanjay ji is the biggest number cruncher here. So I'll still attempt some numbers. How do we judge a performance of an alliance, of a party? Focus on the party. How many MPs does the Congress have today? 89. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. How many MLAs do we have across the country? 767. How many MPs does Mamata ji have? 35. How many MLAs does she have? 236. Just measure, just weigh these numbers. How can somebody who has 35 MPs say, "Oh, this 89 MPs guy is useless, he's weak, out"? You can't do that. Let's go strictly by mathematical logic. Let's forget ideology for a minute.
Okay,
So
but
even mathematically doesn't make sense for a 35 MP party to say 89 MP party is weak.
no, but your strike rate against the BJP,
With
just
due
10%.
respect.
Exactly.
With
Okay.
due respect.
Okay.
My ex-colleague Sushmita ji says that at regional levels Congress has satraps. Why are you fighting the regional election in Goa? And we
Who's
the
your
satraps
satrap
there
in
trying
Goa?
to wait.
Who's your
Don't interrupt.
satrap
I
there,
didn't
Pawan?
interrupt you.
Okay. All right.
Don't
Let me move to the
interrupt, please.
others.
No. Wait.
Let me
Who
go
are
to the
you to
others.
decide who is our satrap there? We have several satraps there. Who are
Okay.
you to decide?
You
Who are
decide.
you to decide that?
Okay.
You
Let me move to
decide.
the others.
Why don't you
You are an
decide?
Let me move to the
outsider.
others.
So you weaken us in the region and say, "Arey, आपके पास regional तो leaders
So you're
बहुत हैं,
accepting
आप
we
अच्छा,
weaken you
okay.
in the
में आ
region.
जाती।
TMC Congress,
लड़िए,
just a
जहाँ
second.
लड़ना है, लड़िए.
KC
It's a
Tyagi ji
challenge.
is there.
It's a challenge.
Sanjay
Let Goa
Kumar is
become the
there. I
challenge.
have to. I need to go
Let
to
Goa
them.
become the challenge.
Okay.
I challenge you to do a rally in my hometown.
Okay,
Udaipur.
don't
Okay,
get so
okay,
angry,
okay.
Pawan.
One at a
I
time.
can
One
do
at a
rally
time.
in
One at a
Kolkata
time.
and have people.
Okay. Pawan Khera,
That's a
Sushmita Dev, allow me. Sanjay Kumar, I come back to the crux of it, that there can be all kinds of political wrangling, but at the end of the day, opposition actually needs Congress to perform better. They have to improve their strike rate if they need to take on the BJP, right? Because there's no way those 190, 200 seats, anyone else is going to be able to replace the Congress at least before 2024.
No, certainly before 2024, it would be extremely difficult for any other political party to replace Congress in these 195, 200 odd seats. But I think why other political parties are trying, at least the two political parties, the TMC and the Aam Aadmi Party, are trying hard to expand beyond their own state, Delhi and West Bengal. Because I think there is a sense within the Congress party, and I think this sense is shared among large number of political leaders. We all know that there is a group called G23. So a sense is, or a feeling of, Congress not being able to stand up against the BJP whenever there is an electoral contest nationally. So this murmuring within various leaders is leading to, is attracting the attention of these regional parties, and they're trying hard. I think they're getting this sense, and that is why we see some of these Congress leaders leaving the party and joining TMC. So yes, at the moment, Congress is having 20% vote share. We all know, we keep discussing about 20% vote share. But I think this 20% vote share and this contest in 120, 200 odd seats, BJP and Congress contest. So what is happening is that, it is like a race where you are always second. So the number one, the person who wins the race is ahead of you.
Yes.
And the lead is being, not being narrowed, but it is being widened. So you need to have another player to run, this race. And that is what I think Trinamool Congress or Aam Aadmi Party is trying to do.
I understand that. But like I said, it doesn't look like you're not going to have a Trinamool Congress or an Aam Aadmi Party in Madhya Pradesh or in Rajasthan or even in Gujarat, where the AAP is trying to expand in any significant way before 2024. Yeah. So for better or for worse, you have to go along with the Congress, which is
Certainly for 2024, that should be the strategy, because no party can replace Congress in these 200 odd seats in 2024. So if you want to defeat BJP in 2024, you have to have Congress on your platform. You can't defeat BJP.
Right. You can't have a Congress smoked opposition. You just have to hope they perform better. But KC Tyagi ji, with all your experience, when you look at this, you see that you can't do away with the Congress. You need the Congress to perform better. And if so, why do you think there's this very strident attack on the Congress, particularly from Mamata Banerjee?
नहीं, बासु में जो टीएमसी ने अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है पश्चिमी बंगाल में, और मैजिक है कि भद्रलोक के सबसे रेस्पेक्टेड लीडर थे ज्योति बासु, उनकी पार्टी को भी कोई सीट नहीं मिली और कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी कोई सीट नहीं मिली। ये सही है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी के बगैर कोई अपोजिशन एनडीए या बीजेपी का एज ऑन टुडे पॉसिबल नहीं है। जो लोग इससे अलग भी गए हैं वो भी कांग्रेस ही हैं। शरद पवार हों, ममता हों, जगनमोहन हों, टीआरएस हों। दिक्कत क्या है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी में एक तो आइडियोलॉजिकली और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनली, सॉरी टू माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड मिस्टर पवन खेरा, इन दोनों फ्रंट पे कमजोर हुई है। और जो लोग ममता की पार्टी में ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, इंक्लूडिंग माय गुड फ्रेंड सुष्मिता आल्सो, ये कोई कांग्रेस पार्टी के टिकट पे या आइडियोलॉजी पर जीत करके नहीं गए, वो इम्तिहान होना भी बाकी है। जहां तक प्राइम मिनिस्ट्रियल मामला है, मैं नहीं मानता हूं कि बगैर कांग्रेस पार्टी के कोई भी प्राइम मिनिस्ट्रियल कैंडिडेट कामयाब हो सकता है। मैं थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा समय लूं। एक दौर था जब हम नीतीश कुमार जी को के लिए प्रशांत किशोर भी और मैं भी प्रयत्नशील थे कि उनकी सबसे अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस चीफ मिनिस्टर की इमेज है, क्यों ना उनको राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर हम प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैंडिडेट करें। उस समय भी कांग्रेस पार्टी का समर्थन हमको था, लालू प्रसाद जी का समर्थन हमको था, हमको एक दर्जन और रीजनल पार्टी का था। और बासु यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नो, बाबूराम भट्टराई केम टू पटना कि भाई नीतीश कुमार ने क्या किया बिहार में। तो उस तरह की छवि, माफ करना, अभी किसी रीजनल लीडर की
इस वक्त नहीं है। That's why you're saying Congress is still essential. But Sushmita Dev, is that the problem that as Pawan Khera is saying, is Mamata Banerjee simply come under the influence of Prashant Kishore? You know, the idea that because he's got this, perhaps grievance with the Congress, he's convinced her you'll be Prime Minister, not realizing the ground reality.
Please, Mamata Banerjee is an astute politician. I mean, so one can't just go and convince her that you're going to be this or you're going to be that. I mean, that's a naive argument. But the fact that I'm saying is, see, I'm repeatedly saying it. Congress performs in one way in assembly elections, but they always fail in the general elections. Because see, it's become a presidential form of elections. It's Narendra Modi versus who? That's where the Congress is failing. That's the elephant in the room. So, and let me come to Pawan's.
Then? Are you saying?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Are you saying that then it's better to make it Narendra Modi versus, let's say, Mamata Banerjee? Can I just say, you keep talking about numbers. Okay, how many Congress is at 52? Mamata Banerjee has lesser MPCs, agreed. What if she sweeps Bengals and gets 4 or 5 more seats from here and there? 52 is not a large number. And what will happen in Kerala? What if Congress does better? What if Congress ends up with 100 seats? Very good. Then? Very good. We'll be very happy. Please go right ahead. We want to see Congress do well in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Karnataka, where they're in a direct fight. Please do it. Because the fact that the Congress is not being able to do it is the problem. That's why Modi is continuing. Okay, last word, Pawan Khera. Is that the elephant in the room that Congress, the relevance of the Congress, as I said, numbers-wise indicates remains, but it's a leadership, that's the problem, that you're not able to fight you're not able to fight the BJP like the other parties do.
2 small comments. My colleague says Congress always performs badly in the Lok Sabha election. We're just talking about 2 Lok Sabha elections. Before that, you were an MP from the Congress. You'd won on the Congress.
Yeah, but I was 44. Part of 44.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. That's not a good habit. Number 2. I am from Rajasthan, Vasu.
Yes.
राजस्थान में कहावत है, त्यागी जी समझेंगे, गांव बसाने प्रधान जी बनने पहले ही आ गए। सब गांव तो बसने दीजिए। एम्बिशन आपकी पहले आ गई, सब मैं बनूंगा। अरे बन जाइएगा, जितनी सीटें आएंगी फिर देख लेंगे किसकी कितनी सीटें आई है। पहले गांव तो बसने दीजिए। ये क्या है, पहले ही लड़ रहा हूं मैं प्रधान में बनूंगा, बन जाइएगा भाई। कौन रोक रहा है? आप नंबर तो लाइए पहले।
ऑलराइट, पहले गांव बसाइए फिर प्रधान बनिए। That seems to apply to almost everybody these days. But let's see how it plays out. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let me now go across to, earlier I spoke to Naresh Gujral, senior leader of the Akali Dal, Rajya Sabha MP, and I began by asking him the same question, that is it realistic for Mamata Banerjee to say that she can think of a Congress-mukt opposition, given the fact that she and all the other parties are still, at the end of the day, regional outfits?
I don't think she means that you don't need the Congress party at all. I think what she is trying to attempt is to unite or reunite all the ex-Congress factions, be it Sharad Pawar group, her own party, and then there are many others, and including, I would say, Biju Janata Dal. If you would recall, Mr. Biju Patnaik was a congressman, and Mr. Mupanar's faction, there are congressmen who split away from the Congress, and her attempt is to somehow unite all the old Congress people. She also is well aware of the fact that there is a lot of disillusionment within the Congress party, especially amongst the senior leaders, with the current leadership. So I think she's trying to take advantage of that, and in that sense making an attempt to capture the Congress party, so to say.
Okay.
Or the space that the Congress
But
party
would you say that
has today.
Right, but the more the Congress weakens, doesn't that end up helping the BJP? Because as I just mentioned, 190 seats straight Congress BJP fight, and it is going to pretty much remain that way even in 2024.
I don't agree with you. Look at it another way. BJP got 303 seats. Who lost out? Congress had only 40 seats. It was the regional parties that lost out last time. Now, regional parties are gaining ground. DMK is doing very well. In the south, whether it's Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, both the regional parties are doing very well. Akhilesh is supposed to do very well in the coming elections. So these are large outfits which are doing very well. Now, for them to get 60-70 seats out of the BJP's 303 quota, I don't see that as an impossible task. So I think that is what she's aiming for.
Right.
In that case, she should be seen as a vital leader.
Okay, but you know, as far as who is going to lead the opposition is concerned, Mamta Banerjee, now Prashant Kishore and all are saying it's not the Congress's God-given right. But the fact is, ultimately politics is a numbers game. If the Congress emerges as the single largest opposition party, then won't they have the right to be number one?
No, it doesn't have to be. And if you look back
Right.
in history,
Okay.
they are very unreliable. They were responsible for destroying every single coalition government, from Chaudhry Charan Singh to Chandrasekhar ji to Devagowda's government to my father's government. They are very unreliable allies. They don't let a coalition work for more than a year. So, and everybody is aware of that, their history. So I think they could be part of a government, but I don't think anybody will accept their leadership when it comes to, if at all there was to be a government which is an opposition-led government.
Okay, but do you think that, I mean, there of course could be questions on Rahul Gandhi's leadership, but is the country ready to accept another leader from the opposition, yet is someone like Mamta Banerjee or others actually ready to take on Mr. Modi in 2024? Or is that premature?
What was Mr. Devagowda? He was a regional leader from Karnataka, very tall leader there, but then everybody accepted him. If Congress had not pulled the rug, his government was doing very well. So somebody or the other from the regional parties will emerge, and I feel they can give a very good alternative at the center, provided Congress is not calling the shots totally, because the history proves that they are a very unreliable ally.
All right, unreliable ally. Thanks very much indeed, Mr. Gujral, for joining us. We're out of time on Reality Check. Thanks for watching. Good night.